I know it's a huge turnaround, but I've had some really good games as Ramatra. I'm having a lot of fun with him.
Okay.
Between him and Reinhardt is usually where I'm swapping to right now.
Hmm.
The occasional Winston, just in case I need to go a little more divey. But I played probably like 10, 12 games yesterday on competitive, and Ramatra was bread and butter. I won a majority of them, and I was just, I don't know. Maybe it was just my luck yesterday, but I was doing really well, I feel.
Hmm. Okay. Well, do you want to potentially work on Ramatra as you learn some character though? I remember in your hero pool it did mention you want to start working on Rhyme, Monkey, Hog, kind of. So yeah, it's up to you. But yeah, anyway, what's your
Well,
thoughts?
those are the ones I've played a majority wise. Um, Hog, like we talked a little bit a day or so ago, that he's not really super viable in most situations, especially as you climb. He's more like just like fun on his own, right? Maybe once like some buffs come his way, maybe he'll be back in the runnings. But definitely Ramatra. I mean, I'm having a blast with him.
Sure. Yeah, we can start with whatever, honestly. Either Ramat or Ryan, I think, can be fine learn some. To be honest, those two characters are leaning towards Brawl. It's just with the Ramatra, you have more poke potential as well, but as Ryan, yeah, it's more heavy Brawl character, so it's up to you. You overall, the situations where you can play Ryan, you can also play Ramatra, basically, so that's about it.
Okay,
Yeah. So what character you want to start working on first then? Is it Ramatra or you want to focus on Ryan today?
let's do Ram.
Yeah, let's do Ram, sure. Okay. Do you have any games we can take a look at? I think anywhere was kind of close where you think you did your best, but it was still difficult, maybe.
I've got one specifically. I've got the code for you. I don't know how to. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Sorry, I found it.
Okay.
Uh, just
Right. Let's see. Gonna screen share and yeah, anything you think you need to work on specifically as Ramatra at the moment?
um, definitely yes. Trying to think back to yesterday. One, high ground's a huge problem for me, taking more space in that regard.
Okay.
And then the new change where you can't kind of uh spam through shields anymore, figuring out how to navigate that as well.
Yes, yes, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, they definitely they made some changes towards the Ramatra, and is sort of overall gonna be weaker versus shield compositions, but still manageable. You just have to make sure you do some additional work before, kind of poke the enemy a little bit more, maybe get a shield low. There is also an option to try to get around the shield, so not all of your damage coming just face to face whenever you facing those shield tanks. Yeah, you have to take an extra angle, but yeah, let's see. So this game, yeah, what's your thoughts on this one? Difficulties was high ground. Okay, that's one. Also, going around shield, sure. Anything else?
I think for this one too, my team and I think my team and I, especially on this first point, played really well. I feel like we lost one team fight and then just snowballed. Specifically with characters like Mauga, with Ram, I find it very easy to kind of put a shield directly behind him and stop like his team from healing him specifically.
Hmm.
And that's usually what I do with like most tanks, is where I kind of put my shield directly behind them so that Anna's and or Juno's, or in this case like Kiriko's, can kind of have to walk in front of it to help their tank out.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I don't know how that works against Malga, because he can just press E and just sustain.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Makes total sense. And the rank of this game, it's around Diamond 3, Diamond 4, I believe, yeah?
This is Plat 1, I think Diamond 5.
Okay, okay. Let's say you kind of little bit late with early pressure, but it's okay. Yeah. So start spamming the choke there. Actually, put in the sure. Okay. Some the pressure towards the choke again. Here it goes, right? They commit and then use the shield, right? Okay. Now just see how this fight gonna go. Okay. So it feels like might be good to talk about your resource management, and that is gonna be a lot of ideas are gonna be universal across all the tanks. So it's something we're gonna go over anyway. General. So I'm thinking starting with your E ability and just starting with your E. What's your thoughts? How you usually use your E as your Matra? What you're looking for?
I usually post it at quarters so that they have less time to like poke around it,
Okay.
especially characters who do poke and whatnot. I use it pretty willy nilly because the cooldown's not crazy on it.
Hmm.
But specifically against like more divey characters, I kind of throw it where I think that they're gonna go, so that they don't have as much mobility when they're going there. Specifically with this first choke, I like putting it right at that little corner bend, so that
Yeah.
they have to kind of take their time to move around it or wait it out.
Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So your E overall, you want to make people stuck in unfavorable areas, and what's important about your E is that whenever you do that, there should be some upcoming damage. Yeah, there should be damage from you and ideally the rest of your core as well. So I'm seeing this E here. Okay, one idea, yeah, because you want to make an enemy stuck in unfavorable areas. Let's take a look. What kind of area you want to an enemy to be stuck at in here? So they take a lot of pressure. What's your thoughts?
Probably right in the center there,
Yeah,
because I
kind of
have both DPS up top or both hit
exactly.
scans up top.
Yeah, towards that center here. So kind of this red area. Okay, so for this to happen, you want to ideally you want a commitment from the enemy team. You ever want an enemy to start walking towards our space and see here. What was your intention with this? Is it kind of to just stop the Smaugr from pushing? I assume you're just trying to kind of maybe put them in that damage spot in a way, or what was that about?
I'd say I think it was probably just slowing down where they're coming their
Mm-hmm.
pressure at that moment.
Makes
I
sense.
feel like in hindsight now that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because they just have to wait it out and then they just walk
Exactly,
around it.
exactly. So, see, a lot of your resource management is tank. It should be ideally, you trying to bait an enemy in unfavorable areas and then looking to tank all their damage and also make it harder for them to exist in the area. So, I'm seeing it here. If they start walking towards that area, yeah, they make a commitment towards this red area, then it's really good. Yeah, this is really nice, and you might potentially force some of their resources. Maybe this is gonna be Kiriko Suzu. Maybe this is gonna be Soldier C. It can also be something like this Maugai, for example. Yeah, anything to be honest. As long as you look for better cooldown trade, you force maybe a couple of abilities or maybe even one. This is this is really nice. So this is what we want to look for. I'm thinking, yeah. I'm just gonna put it this way. Where is your? So I'm gonna write down E usage. It's gonna be in our summary list. Okay. Enemy
Okay.
gotta cross the corner, and once they crossed, you can put your E and just make them stuck. Make them stuck in unfavorable areas. Okay. I think I'm just gonna use this idea of you trying to contribute to the kill zone. So basically, this is your kill zone area where most of your team can do damage and where you able to do pressure as well. So see here, this guy is at A, this angle is at B, and the Ash is also the sort of with you, but all of them, they're able to do pressure in the red. So you want to make an enemy stuck in those kill zone. Yeah, make them stuck in unfavorable areas. Okay.
Okay.
So writing it down as well. Yes, second bullet point. Okay, let's keep going, and you will see later. Yeah, your next E, maybe your next shield even. I'm thinking, yep, just purely through the perspective of kill zone. Yeah, thinking, are we contributing to the kill zone or not? Okay. So what's your thoughts on this E?
Uh,
Is it contributing to your kill zone here?
no, it's more as I think it's a deterrent for Soldier and Kiriko, but Kiriko has range and Soldier doesn't care.
Right, exactly. And see, you even it should be more. Let's put it this way, kind of meaningfully a lot of times. It seems like you just kind of throw it and then you leave it be. But a lot of times, if you ever notice that you saw E and you're not following even just with your own pressure, with your primary fire or anything, something is wrong usually. Yeah, if you notice, oh, there's nobody there. Yeah, this is something is wrong usually. That's why watch out for those situations. You put E, be ready to also beam something, yeah, because they're gonna be staying in, they're gonna be slowed. It's gonna be easier for you to do damage. But here, there's first of all nobody, and even though there's could be someone, then you have to look there. Yeah, you cannot instantly turn around at this. Yeah, you have to do damage, meaningful damage towards the. But first of all, placement should be solved, and it will be easier. So in a way, I'm seeing it maybe later you've seen a commitment, like somebody commits in here, for example. Yeah, the soldier just stuck in this choke. Might be Goody, maybe this Mauga starts walking through this doorway here. Can also make them stuck a little bit more. Yeah, so and see, this is the same thing with you. You throw it, and then you're like, okay, let it be. Let it just be there. Yeah, we're not looking for follow up after even. Yeah, this is always should be correlation. You saw in an E, that means I'm going for the pressure as well. Yeah. So
Okay.
this
Okay.
idea about the E, does it make sense so far?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So also writing this down. So E, you gotta look for pressure after. Okay. Let's see what's next. Okay, we get to fight this joke here. What's your thoughts on this one, by the way?
Well, but nice. So he's used his shift already, so he's kind of trapped in
Yeah.
front of my team, and he's at the latter end of it. So he either has to go around what
Mm-hmm.
that little brick wall behind him, or through the doorway again.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
also not very advantageously positioned because I have Soldier far end, and I'm
Mm.
just kind of tucked away.
Yeah. Well. But this is still better. Yeah. You make them bait. You did make them bait. They use some of their cooldowns. The Mauga just walked in. They use their shift. They're stuck in this unfavorable area, and you can punish them. Most likely, they should be close to dying, or at least you can force a lot of resources here. So let's watch. Yeah, you force TZ, which is nice. You force Kiriko to TP in as well. That is quite good too. Did you use their Suzu? Let me see. So it's one cooldown, actually your Nemesis 2, versus their 1E and Kiriko CTN, which is decent. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's look into another layer, and it's about your position. So see, a lot of your resource management. It's about baiting the enemy to do something and then punishing them with your own actions, right? And as you mentioned, yeah, you maybe don't have as a advantageous position here, but I'm thinking your position. How could you position so you bait an enemy to stay in unfavorable areas even more potentially? What's your thoughts? Where should it be as Ramattra in here? Any ideas?
Hmm.
Look
You know
at
what?
what your team is fighting. Where's the kill zone in a way? What's your thoughts? Where they like to
Right,
fight?
right in front of the gate. I would say maybe that little
Mm.
pathway, that little bend at the end.
Yeah, sort of this entire area here. Okay. and see your position. See what you do by positioning inside that building. Can your team follow up inside the building there?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, maybe a Lari can help you out. I'm thinking maybe. Your BAP is pretty close too, but most of your team members, they cannot actively contribute. So I'm thinking your position, you should be trying to keep an enemy in the kill zone as long as possible. Okay, how you can approach this then? Yeah, what you could be looking for is your position. So you keep them in this red area.
On the street, probably right next to the bat, probably.
Yeah, probably this corner. Starting with this one, so you can just start. Gonna use different color. Let's say starting here, and then later you can move towards this position. You can hold them even more aggressively. Maybe later you can fall back to this corner here in the back as well. So step by step, controlling every corner. But it's because you keeping a track on the kill zone. This is gonna be really important. You just constantly saying, I'm trying to contribute with my resources towards that kill zone area, and it's gonna be easier. You see, these guys, if they could be stuck inside here, because you would position, you would position towards this corner. Maybe you can force out additional resource. Maybe your team can help you out with the rest of the pressure later. This E is pretty decent as well. You want how? Okay, maybe you can think about this too. I'm thinking your E timing. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, most of your team members they can follow up, but anything you can tweak about this E here? Position it slightly better in a way. How you could go
Probably
about it?
further up so he has more distance to walk in it.
Yeah, exactly. So think about your E like a Maywall. I'm thinking you want to let an enemy in, and once they in certain area, yeah, like in here they just about to this Mauga, they cross this corner, let's say corner A, they're walking towards this corner B. Yeah, they're pretty committed. This is good, but try to place your E like a Maywall to separate them, so you make them stuck between corners even more. So you not necessarily have to anticipate, oh, they gotta walk and then yeah, the E should be there. I think it's okay if you place it slightly behind them, because here's the thing: if they stay in that space really long and they walk forward, they're gonna die because your team is constantly poking. But if they decide to walk back because your E's position slightly more, like let's say here, then it takes a lot of time for them. It takes more time. But this is what they will want to do ultimately. So
Okay.
it's gonna be harder. Okay. Writing it down as well, yeah. Use it like a wall. Okay. And you can also watch the other examples too, yeah. Remember the choke in here. Your E, it's been kind of little bit in front. Well, the enemies they didn't walk yet, but the Mauga, I think he was over here, and it was not as committed. But let's say he's committed like towards here, and then you place the E behind him. Yeah, you can affect him. Uh, I think it's okay. Yeah, if you affect him with the tiny bit of the E, but watch out. Yeah, watch out if he is committing. Watch out for this. It's decent E timing though. You kill him later. Okay. See the same thing about this. You kind of just throw it in. Yeah. You gotta follow up with the pressure. Yeah. Make sure it's meaningful. Like this one. You see? These guys are even affected by the E, right? But you're not even shooting them. You're shooting somebody else. You're shooting the small guy, right? But it might be easier to just force some resources from these guys. Yeah, take advantage. Take advantage of the. It's okay to maybe shoot Mauga if you find him really killable, but you notice the pattern, right? You need this ability to be more meaningful. It seems. Okay. Do you have any questions so far?
No, it's all pretty straightforward.
Nice. Okay. So that as well, right? You see it now. How you could
Yeah.
go about this? What you could do with this potentially? I'm thinking. Okay, let's put it this way, because if you have this time, because E is 10-second cooldown. Yeah, I think it's 10 seconds. Yeah. Can you? Can you get a value with UE before the fight starts? Before the actual fight starts, is it possible?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, let's put it this way, because the time when the fight starts, right? It's gonna take some time for the enemy to regroup, right? It's gonna take some time before they walk inside the skill zone. So I'm thinking you can be okay if you use your E when not contributing to the kill zone, but watch out for the times when you do that. Basically, let's say here, you throw the E towards their spawn now. You just maybe do some a little bit of damage towards them, or you do damage towards the Juno. I think it's fine, but make sure you have your E back when the actual fight happens and the kill zone in here. So see, you can think about it like a poke tool in a way too, but be careful. It's like an early annonade towards the enemy spawn, or maybe if you use something like on Ryan, you use fire strikes, right? You also use them towards the spawn too. Yeah, you can just do some early damage, farm your ultimate. It can be similar thing, but still watch out. Watch out for the placement. Okay, you see what I
Okay.
mean with this idea? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's a little bit different, but because you have it back, you see, you just gotta probably, with this poke style, we gotta sow it earlier. Like, sow it now, basically. Go for the soldier. I don't know. Anything. It can be just whatever you see on the screen to help you to farm all charge, but then yeah, actually, yeah. So yeah, you had plenty of time. It's just right after this is, yeah, you got it now. You can sow it on anybody, and then later you get it back. Usually, you have time when teams resetting. It takes 10 seconds for them to get in a fight if they're fully regrouped. If they're starting from their spawn, of course. Typically, it's around that number anyway. So you should be okay. We'll get back to Eve once they start actively pushing. Okay, that's fine.
That was just a total mess.
Yeah, well, it's still, the intention is fine. Yeah, if you aim towards the soldier, and this is a poke phase, kind of you. What I mean by poke phase is time before the fight, before the actual fight in the kill zone. Here, the intention is fine. You can just do some early damage. Maybe you don't kill them, but it's alright. Right. Hmm. Think about your shield here as well. What's your thoughts? You
A
want to
little
use
early
now? Hmm?
and not very useful at all because he has just a little bit of high
Hmm.
ground to just walk over it.
So you see that, yeah? You want bigger commitment. It's the same thing I think about your E as well. Yeah, shield and E together. Make them commit. Make them commit resources. And then you put your own resources, because now they can basically guide it. They see the shield, okay, well, we can just play it safe. Yeah, we can just do whatever we want, just maybe hide. Well, they still decide to fight you, but you see what I mean? It's like using
Yeah.
Winston Bubble in here. It's really early. And if you're pressure, think about it this way: E is more offensive tool. You make an enemy stuck in unfavorable areas, and your shield is just there to protect you, to do meaningful damage. It's either because you want to use Nemesis, or you want to do additional poke with your primary fire, but you also saw your Ian run away too. You're like, "Oh, okay, I'm not shooting anybody." You just put them in there, but you can easily shoot all those squishes. It's completely fine. Don't just let your team shoot somebody, but also shoot them by yourself. You can also Nemesis, depending on the situation too, of course. Hmm. Okay.
So in terms of that, well, like that specific engagement there, my thinking there, and I don't know if it's correct, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but taking the fight with the rest of their team and letting my team deal with Mauga, is that smart, or do I kind of peel for them? Do I
It's
turn
smart.
around and kind of help them
Y-
previously? Because I see all of them in front of me. None of them are able to follow up on the Mauga,
I mean,
and
yeah,
unfortunately, I'm a Kreese at a 1v1 with him while he ults
and
in cage fight.
you can Mauga, you can find Mauga easier, right? You cannot
Yeah.
do that. Okay, so I think it's smart overall. Is a decision you want to fight these people. There's nobody else to fight, right? But what do you think you could tweak about that? Whenever you fight these people, what's the situation? You start. Oh, so it starts a little bit early actually. Yeah, when the Mauga runs in, yeah, I think you notice it here. You just run in with a shift, and then you're like, okay, let's apply pressure on the back line. Okay, to sort of do it fine. Yeah, I think it's decent. Yeah, but maybe anything to tweak there to make it even better. What's your thoughts?
Um,
Just gonna use this perspective here.
maybe E cart or I don't know.
Fighting near the card. That's what you think?
Yeah, or maybe trying to.
Oh.
Well, I tried hurting them, which is
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I accomplished, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know like
Yeah,
what.
I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's good. You just to me though, you gotta be you see you gotta be careful with this. Okay, you see, you want to ask yourself, is there a commitment they're making towards my kill zone? And when you start using your nemesis, there's no commitment yet. You can basically say, okay, whatever, they use nemesis, let's not commit, you know. But if they
Okay.
commit now, they run in now, Mauga runs in, and you see, okay, now they will start pushing, and they also will lean towards the skill zone area as well. You notice, most likely will notice them going in here, or maybe somebody takes an angle there, which is great. You denied that, by the way. It's was good play. Denied the Ash. She's more scary, I think. The big burst damage there too, but the timing. Yeah, watch them make a commitment. Watch them make some sort of um, yeah, commitment. I think is the right word there, and once they do that, that would be fine play. You could just have extra 3 seconds in here on your nemesis, and that would allow you to press even more, in my opinion. You force them to use the shift, yeah, but now you have to back off earlier, basically, because it started a little bit too early with your pressure. Mhm.
Okay.
And this seems like an intention. Your not intention, but your the pattern with your abilities. You use them a little bit too early. You gotta just make things happen. You understand the triggers, what exactly is triggering you to do something with your abilities, and you should be okay. And it's with any ability. It can be with a shield. It can be with your E as well. So I'm watching even now. Yeah, this shield. Okay, is there a big commitment, or maybe can you still use this cover as your shield? Yeah, possibly. What do you think, by the way? Is
No,
it
I could have actually saved that shield. I
Yeah.
could have saved a chunk of my nemesis
Yeah.
from there too, so I could just not have to
Yeah.
be an open for a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I'm thinking those ideas. It's gonna be really universal. It's kind of general ideas on resources. Okay. Make them walk. Make them commit. Do something. You're trying to use cover as your first shield, and but once they commit, and you'll see when this happens. Like this here. Bob is a big commitment. They will start walking, okay? Shield off this angle, help yourself out while dealing damage as well, and you're gonna be fine. But now you die to Bob because you don't have an answer towards their commitment. Yeah, you just use your ability a little bit too early, yeah? It's okay to be proactive as tank, yeah? But just be proactive in the right moment. You need to absorb pressure in the right moment. So it's gonna be meaningful absorption. You're absorbing cooldowns. It's gonna be more meaningful.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now here you go. Now you shoot the target. But it's just the placement, yeah? The placement, go towards maybe slightly here. They commit, actually, towards your area. So you're fine with your E timing. Placement can be better, but yeah, it still got you a lot of value. Pushing the rest, sure. Don't need to shield. You can maybe go on a high ground here too. Because they might go to the castle. Watch this again, yeah? What area should soldier cross before you sow this here? Or maybe, yeah,
Doorway probably. Is
yeah,
coming into the building.
Yeah, just I'm thinking maybe they're also maybe they will still stay there, kind of long range angle. They can't really shoot you, but at least you notice some sort of commitment. Maybe they start using the healing station. That tells you, okay, I really grounded up. I'm really staying in this area. But now a soldier can be like, okay, they're so let's try to run away. Yeah, let's basically try to run away. We also miss it there, which is more mechanical, but yeah, it's really easy to dodge. Yeah, you make it harder. I see the shield as well. Oh well, maybe okay.
I'm
Against
just
the
scared of sleep dart. I hate
yeah,
getting sleep dart.
exactly. Yeah, against the Ana, you might be a little bit scared. I think it's usually, unless you're in those tiny corridors here, you if you're not really close to her, you should be. If you have a decent range versus her initially, you just want to watch out for those animations. They start using the sleep dart, then you put up the shield, you can block it. But yeah, here, understandable. Well, sometimes maybe if your team baited the sleep dart, then you can push in as well. Okay. Yeah, you really gotta shoot your E more. Yeah, even in the poke phase. So, hmm. Yeah, this guy just walks in. I think they shouldn't, yeah, because the enemy team they still resetting. So, but you get them because notice. Oh, okay, they commit. Just watch if this happens. Actually, yeah. Don't make them too. Yeah, I think bait them first. So see, this guy punches in first. Okay, then later doing whatever you want with your cooldowns is good. But now this guy can just cancel his punch if he's smart enough. He was not smart, but you know. So I guess he ended up punishing him. Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is better E. Okay. They're kind of out in the open, in the middle. They start walking. Well, maybe you can place it again, slide it more behind if you want, but yeah, do decent amount of pressure with this. Okay. They die. Now and just holding them in choke. Okay, bigger commitment. Same stuff. Yeah, I think it's just the same thing over and over. Basically, you need make them commit a little bit more before using your stuff. I'm thinking, what if you do a game on this? Just try to apply this right away. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it then. So let me see. I'm gonna write it down. Okay. So it's general ideas on resources. Okay. We want make sure enemy commits. Mm-hmm. Enemy commits in the kill zone. Okay. And then you use your resources. Oh, make sure you screen share.
Yeah. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's practice range just to make sure it's not choppy or anything for you.
Of course, no. It's all good. Yeah. You can also yeah, what kind of warm up do you use usually? If there's any.
I usually I usually go in here. I'll usually quick play game if I can,
Hmm.
but I'll usually pop in with McCree and just
Hmm.
go for a little bit,
I can show you
practice
one
range.
warm up you might like. Can you just go in the main menu? Yeah. Sleep game. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now just go in custom game. Custom games. Okay. Create. Yeah, put in create settings and import code and type in Waxta.
Spell it for me.
It's with we. I can send it to you as well. You can just copy and
Preferable.
paste it too. Okay,
Yeah.
here you go. Yeah, just type it in. Okay, press start. Okay, choose the character you want to play. And be Cassidy. Press start warm up. That's okay. We'll figure this out. The rest of the stuff too. Okay, so see why this warm up is good, because there's a lot of random movement, and your warm up, it's basically about warming up your mechanics. It's not about warming up your decisions. It's not like you can warm up your decisions. Your decisions are
Yeah.
just there. You just want to warm up your mechanics, and this one might be really good. You might like it. You can practice whatever you like depending on what you struggle with more regarding your mechanics. Maybe it's just your flicking, maybe it's your tracking, maybe it's your trigger discipline, just making sure you shoot when cross is right on a target, yeah. Stuff like that. This one is really good. I usually suggest just put in 15 minutes, even 10 minutes for you as a tank player should be enough. You can still play Ramattra in here, the tanks you like with, which are more mechanical. Maybe you can play Hog as well. Hog is okay, again, for situations where you're going to be playing anti-dive. Maybe you also have more poke potential with your comp. I'm thinking you can be quite fine. But yeah, in your case, it seems Ramatra will be good to practice in here, or just if you want to play any other character in here, practice certain style of rocking or like certain character. Yeah, it's a good one basically. Yeah. Warm
Okay.
up your mechanics. Okay, yeah. If you feel like you warmed up enough, we can queue. But yeah, it's a good one. The only thing which you might be missing in here is those bots are not actually shooting you back, right? They're not putting pressure on you here. That's why you can also do something what's called. I can actually escape this one later once you're done. Once you've sure warmed up, I will show you the another game mode you might like to. Mm. Yeah, for now I'm just gonna write down in the summary list. Okay, is this Waxter? Okay, you can save this code as well. 10,
Yeah, I'm just gonna catalog
15.
it.
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes before game session. Good. Game. There's a lot of random movement in here. I think you can also increase the difficulty. It should should be, yeah, should allow you to just the movement, make it more hard. You can always switch your accuracy, crit accuracy, and improve those percentages with every day. Mm. By the way, you mentioned you play DPS. I think there was also one of this role you've been playing. What kind of DPS you play usually?
Primarily hit scan.
It's kind of mostly nice.
I have a lot of time on Reaper, but he's just more whenever I have a decent
Mm-hmm.
brawl comp.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's okay to invest some part of your time on other roles as well, but most of your time, try to dedicate it towards one role you want to play the most, you enjoy playing the most and such. So, in your case, it's tank, so it's okay if you maintain maybe around 80% of your time on the tank is always nice. The best to improve this way. Mm-hmm. Okay. By the way, it's not okay to also do quick play. I think it's might be fine, but in a way, how do I put it? If you feel like it's a ritual for you, because if you have certain ritual, you get in the mood to play and such, then you can follow that. But just try to experiment with this one, which I showed you. Yeah, this Rockstar. Maybe it's gonna work out better for the most players. It is. Yeah, you warm up faster with your mechanics. And I also want to show you one more game mode once you save it. Um, just maybe put in something
Uh,
like aim vox to no. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, can
deal.
save it. Yeah, okay. Just go back in the custom games lobby.
Okay.
Hmm? Yeah, okay. Now, yeah, just go back, exit completely. Go in the main menu, live game. Okay, now press custom games again, and here press all games, top left. Okay, tap in FFA Okay, there's might be a lobby usually. Okay, so see here that says try hard FFA lobby, or this Korean one. I think it might be also, or Chinese. I'm not sure what language is that exactly, but yeah, you can find those kind of lobby. Usually says try hard FFA. What is good about those is that you play against real players, you shoot real targets, and this way you get used to situations under pressure a little bit more. Because a lot of times why you might mess up your aim is because you're getting nervous, you just want to be more in those situations where you're under pressure. And try hard FFA is typically good if you find a lobby with a good ping, like it's around 100, yeah, or less than 100, then it's good to play. If it's more than 100, I usually don't recommend, or like 120, yeah, you don't want to usually play there. But if there's a lobby, usually prioritize that one. Try hard FFA over Waxta. That's how I would put it. Try hard FFA first and Waxta next if there's no lobby. It seems like there's
Okay.
one lobby, but it's EU, so yeah, it's really bad ping, but you might find something. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Recently, some of my students, yeah, we've been finding lobbies and try hard FFA, trying to do that, and it's been kind of rare when people do those. For now, I don't know why, but yeah, it seems like those aim trainers got more popular, and like Wax the one. So maybe it might be the part of the reason. Okay, we can just queue. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah,
Just for the tank for now.
yeah. The one we
Okay.
practiced. Yeah, we're just gonna be focusing on making sure you use your resources in with the kill zone. Make the enemy commit in the kill zone and use your resources later. Okay?
Okay. I'm gonna queue and I'm gonna use restroom while it's going.
Yeah, sure. Oh, the game. It's found 3 days.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Right on time. Okay. You can try to anticipate where the kill zone is gonna be. Make sure an enemies they make a commitment. Let's just start with your E, basically. If you're comfortable, we can also pay more attention towards your shield, but yeah, with you specifically, make sure they crossed certain area, yeah, the area where your team wants to fight, and then you put your E.
Okay, so I'd assume probably around here is kill zone.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Once they start crossing the choke, you can put the E and yeah, making sure it's side more behind as well. It's quite good. It's a good sport to start with your early pressure too. Yeah, this one where you played. Yeah, it seems like your team's posturing a little bit more aggressively, so be ready to maybe use the abilities slightly earlier. But yeah, once they cross the choke, yeah,
Could have gone here probably.
that's okay. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And against Doomfist, watch out because he's quite mobile. Watch out if he's committing properly. Mm-hmm. That was decent.
Maybe we'll stop.
That was decent. That's okay. You just need to practice hitting a little bit more. But the intentions, the timing, it's okay. Sure. And also, Touch the point, yeah. Yep. Watch if you can make a commitment. If you use your E, oh, okay. You
Thought I
got
was on it. I was pretty damn
that.
close.
That's alright. Happens, yeah. I can focus on just holding them in the next choke. Mm-hmm. A little bit early. Watch out. Better, more commitment. And make sure you can commit with your pressure as well. Most importantly, if you
Okay.
if you use your E, you should be able to shoot the targets in it. Huh? It will be easier this way for you to understand where to put it. Yeah, see this May? You can just make her stuck with E. Maybe. Yeah, sure. Fine.
Tough.
Try to play a little bit more. I wouldn't say defensively, but just watch out. You team a lot of times. You need a little bit extra time before
Okay.
starting actively brawling. Yeah, your team is more poke oriented as well, so you want to kind of take your time and poke the enemy. Don't commit too far. Yeah, like see exactly now they make big commitment. You punish them. Yeah, take your time. Oh, that's okay. Continue the pressure. If they walk, they just gonna be smashed by you or the rest of your team. And that was good.
I have a Sombra, so I'm not going to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. If you have some teammates around the point, you can go, but watch out. You just gotta look around more frequently. Okay,
Where did he go? Oh, thank you.
fine. Can do a lot here. Mm-hmm. Survive. Have your nemesis just in case. So should be okay. Okay. Yeah, do the same. It's okay if you provide early pressure. Actually, you should because they're more brawly oriented. You need to force out some of their resources before the fight starts. Just make sure you commit your cooldowns to the kill zone for now. Uh
Okay.
huh. Yeah. And watch out your HP. Don't trade it too much. Mm-hmm. Your HP is also a resource. Trying to commit most of your HP towards the kill zones.
My
Mm-hmm.
HP to kill zone's hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, towards the kill zone. Yeah. Ideally, most of your HP. It's just the idea is most of your resources towards the kill zone, unless there's an exception, and there's gonna be some exceptions too. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yep.
that's okay. Yeah, as long as they once they make a big commitment, you make them stuck. Uh huh.
Stop
Yeah.
hitting me, bro.
Mm-hmm. Keep shooting. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good.
Kind of a little lost there. I just kept getting booped.
That's okay, honestly. If he boops you, he's not booping the rest of your team. You can always play around cover as well, so you're not gonna be booped as frequently. But yeah, overall, a lot of your value comes from the longer range fights against Doomfist. You just try to wait out his ability before the fight starts, poke poke him a little bit more. Yeah, Diva's the same thing. See, poking them before the fight. Mm-hmm. which out where your kill zone is, so contribute to it. Decent shield. Good job. Good punch. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, and skill the
I gotta
baby.
hit these though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, she's not
That's
dying yet.
tough.
Yeah, she was in a June assault. That's okay. See if you can get the Moira. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Moira first, ideally. Yeah, nice. Yeah, dance around the shield and you can survive. Okay, good. Oh, we're carrying. You farmed second ultimate almost.
That was a little rough.
Yeah, well,
My punches are going all over the place.
that's
It's
fine.
embarrassing.
Honestly, we only coaching intentions. That what matters. Your hitting abilities that will come with time and practice. It's okay. I mean, you also it's pretty early and maybe not warmed up fully too. Yeah, it's also affecting
Just a
you.
little bit.
It's okay.
We'll say that. We'll say that.
Right. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, just keep doing the same. On attack, it might be a little bit harder because you're gonna push. Yeah, you're gonna push the area. You're gonna push the the enemy. But the main idea is the same. You just use your abilities in the kill zone. With you attacking though, because you're trying to bait an enemy in the kill zone, there's a lot about how you posture, yeah, your position, making sure you bait them to go on you a lot of times. Yeah, remember there was another idea we talked about in Akenwald. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So gonna be pushing, right, but doing it within where your team can fight. If you absorb the pressure initially, a lot of pressure, and you do it with a high quality, your team wins. So that's what
Okay.
thinking is about. Yeah. Once they commit resources on you, you punish them with your E, your shield, your nemesis. But yeah, we can focus on these still. Try to keep throwing the E on whatever you see the big commitment. Who makes a big commitment in the kill zone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little overextended, but we're taking.
It's sort of okay. Just make sure you stabilize after. You don't have any resource now. Yeah, you need to stabilize a little. Yeah, this is better. That's decent. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. You make them stuck there. They can't jump at all, too. It's always good. Right. Yeah, I can keep pushing. Nice. Good job. You can try to anticipate what area you're fighting for still. Yeah. This guy's really out in the open. Like, Watch out for follow up first, if possible. The Doomfist is okay to shoot if there's no follow up. Yeah, like this May might be better, or like this Mercy. Yeah. This is more important. And easier for you to kill.
I hate this character.
Just think about yourself. It's fine because you absorbing so much pressure your team lives. That's what you want. Okay, well, interesting ult from enemy May. Can push the point, but most importantly, make sure you're prepared for the next fight. So watch out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Make sure you're not too far from the kill zone too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is better. I think it's okay if you commit
Right for
slightly, yeah, slightly more back. It's okay. You guys need to fight for their high ground first. It's always good if you maybe rotate towards the right side, try to poke them out from there, and then you should be okay. So again, posturing more aggressively, yeah, making sure that they make their first move towards you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They make big moves and you punish them with your nemesis or whatever. Yeah. It's all fine. The power of proactive position. It's really good if you can make them stuck on this in this choke there. Yeah, right there. I typically like to rotate on that bridge actually too, so you're able to punch them. Mm. Yeah, it's just not
Can you get
possible.
up there?
You cannot know. As a Ramattra you cannot. As Ryan you can with your shift. Obviously, as mobile tank you can too, but yeah. Okay, keep fighting. Make sure you get the. Uh huh. Yeah, it was a bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, looking good. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, so it's
I
better.
just feel like I didn't play well at all, though. Like I feel like I missed everything.
I mean, it might feel this way, but how you measure your progress, you measure it by seeing are you implementing the ideas, are you doing it better? Well, 100%. It's more patient, and you. That's what our problem was. Most of it, yeah. It was not as patient. Can you hit more either? Yeah, sure, but it's gonna take time. It's just hitting directly your E. It's takes more time. I think we can do one more game, but let's focus on more specifically placing you behind the enemy a little bit more. Just target.
Mind.
Yeah. I think this one because timing wise, you're more patient. So this is fine. What I want you to do additionally as well is when you have time before the fights, basically enemy teams regrouping, you can throw your early E as well. So see, it's kind of an exception, yeah. Again, most of your E, it goes towards the kill zone. Yeah, most of the time you want to really make sure the resource is there. Yeah, same about your shield
Okay.
too. But you can also use your abilities early for poke phase value. You can try to just enable whatever you want to do. Early will charge. Yeah, put it this way. Just make sure you get them back when the kill zone. When the
Okay.
kill zone idea. Yeah, when you're gonna be fighting in the kill zone. That's it. So yeah, typically on those kind of maps, for example, here you don't have time to do the poke phase because you guys run towards each other. This is this type of maps here you don't have time. But on maps with the payload, for example, where the payload's moving maybe on defense, it's usually where you have time, you can throw the early E, you can throw early shield, and then get it back when the actual fight happens. Here, it's really focus on the brawl phase first. Once you win the fight, then this is where you're gonna have time to throw your early E, and even shield to just poke the enemy. Yeah.
Okay. Do you use your my right click pretty early in this fight, or is it more of a
Yeah, you
case by
should.
case?
Same thing as E. Yeah, you don't. I don't think you have time to poke. Poke with your enable your poke with your abilities. You just wanna aim towards the actual fight here because you run towards each other. It's a control. Yeah, playing in control. It's the brawl phase starts pretty early, like now, basically. Yeah. So you gotta. Yeah, yeah. Once they make a commitment, you start doing stuff. Mm-hmm.
Fuck. That was a whiff.
Yeah. You want to keep up the pressure, but careful.
Off. Could have played that a lot better.
Okay, it's fine. You guys can reset.
Oh boy. What? I thought my.
One more fight. One more fight. Okay. I mean, you have a lot of fights there. You can just take your time. Set one more time.
Tough. We just can't regroup.
So
They're all
watch
over
out.
us.
What are your opportunities? Maybe because your kill zone is changing. Yeah, like even now they still can walk. They can walk towards the kill zone. If they do, then you can answer with your cooldowns. Yeah.
Oh
Scared.
boy.
Seeing who is applying pressure. Uh-huh. D is fine. Right.
And we're
They use the
traded, yeah.
grab. This is great. You can easily
Oh,
push
tough.
them. Shoot the follow up. Shoot the follow up first. Yes, exactly. Like what whoever is following up on the tank. Mm-hmm. Try to live. Try to live. A lot of pressures on you. Need to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more defensive. I think before committing.
And Zarya was the only one in front of me, I feel like. Or
Yeah.
Zarya was the only one behind me,
Well,
sorry.
there's a Juno soldier. Yeah. There's just why there's a lot of pressure. It's kind of just feeling the tempo. You know, they if they use something, usually it puts a lot of pressure on your team. Like there's a Juno ultimate, that means your team will play more defensively, so you cannot push as much. And what happened after as well is they used soldier ultimate as well, so it pushes your team even more back. But you push forward, and if you push forward, your team can follow. If your team can follow, then you're gonna not absorb. You're not gonna absorb quality pressure. You want to always absorb pressure within where your team is gonna fight. So you want to be careful. If they make a big commitment with whatever, it's fine. You just wait. You can wait it out. Yeah, make sure they you use cover as your priority too. You can give up some space sometimes as well, but it's okay. We can talk about it later too. Just watch out for your E placement still. Yeah, try to see how you can place it behind. Make sure the enemy makes a commitment first.
I keep forgetting I can't throw it through Zarya bubble. I'm like trying to throw it through her.
That's okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Full charge, there's nothing I can. I'm just getting fucking hammered.
Try to maintain a little bit of a distance at the start. See where you are. You want to be at that corner in the back, basically, especially versus the Zarya. You don't have to be face to face. Yes, you will nemesis at the end later, but you do it once they did a full commitment. Yeah, make them walk towards your kill zone. Basically, it's okay. Do some poking. Yeah, you see they use one bubble. Yeah, and later you can see okay, You can start walking once your team is ready. That's okay. Mr. Graph. Don't worry. You can reset. You try to get on that backline more. Find a ways for you to get on the backline, so you don't fight face to face with Zarya too much. You want to, want to go after their follow up a little bit more. And this is how Zarya makes a commitment to go on
Jesus.
you. You can
I
also
don't know.
you can try to go from another space, like try to go from maybe right side, left side, see how that goes. You don't have to go to the main all the time. Just see how it goes and make sure the rest of your team is ready when you're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. Too early, too early. Which you don't have Nemesis. Watch out. Just
Yeah, he's like an idiot.
that's okay. You can take your time. It's basically you attacking, timing with the rest of your team, but from the other side. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Both bubbles.
Mm-hmm. Watch out where your kills in this, so you're not pushing away too far. Your team wants to fight left side as well. Mm,
No fucking way.
get the kill. Get the kill. Okay. Can win.
No,
Yeah.
Bap, please.
Let's see. You guys can make it maybe? No, maybe not.
Probably not them.
That's okay.
Oh.
Okay. What's your thoughts on this one? What do you think was the main problem there?
Zarya.
What do you think? What do you think could have done better versus her?
I don't know. Playing at a distance, it's hard. It's hard when I feel like
Hmm.
I don't know. She's just getting beamed on me.
Yeah. There's a lot about that in my opinion. Yeah, but actually, let's watch this one. I think it's gonna watch this one a little. Yeah, I think we should have enough time. Yeah, we can watch this one and then we'll summarize. Okay, win share. Just make sure to send me the code.
Oh yeah. Totally forgot. Zarya's pretty nuts this past 2 seasons. Her buffs have been pretty crazy.
Well, yeah, you can definitely find value on brawl maps, and if you have good synergy with the rest of your team around the bubble, especially bursted DPS, maybe like Reaper. Yeah, you can just bubble them; they stay in their brawl phase a little bit more because of the bubble. Just helps them to stay alive. Okay, are you sending me the code? Let me
I
see.
said it.
Wait, oh, I got it. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Still can take the time. Practice E, practice your shield as well. Yeah, mostly we talked about that. It's okay. You, it's not like easy to get everything, polish everything during the one game or two games. In here though, okay, let's take a look. Your just wanting to see a lot of times what happens is, and you've been right, you want to make sure you keep the distance. You keep the distance, but not in a way that you playing like kind of passive. Yeah, you don't want to. How do we put it? Maybe don't want to take pressure second. Yeah, like let anybody from your team take pressure first. You don't want that. You want to make sure you're still proactive. But I want you to watch out for this more. Okay, see where your team likes to fight at this moment. What is that area exactly? You see that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So which one?
Far left, off to the
Yeah,
side of the point.
the left side exactly. Yeah. So I want you to be proactive, but try to bait an enemy inside those areas more. The thing is, you need to tweak something about your decisions, and that's what I could see in the during the game as well. You just want to simply turn around and look at your team a little bit more before applying pressure. You want to find this downtime, yeah, when you're applying pressure. So I'm thinking when you start this fight, yeah, to make sure you're not like what was the mistake maybe here, yeah, you eventually you end up like where you're gonna end up like in here or actually yeah you ended up there's a lot of which people missing. Yeah, we ended up using our cooldowns and towards this area, or maybe there's gonna be an example. I think you will see it later when the enemy soldier was ulting. It was the end of the fight. Yeah, that's when we overpushed. It's shows as well. Yeah, I think it's here using ultimate. Okay, but there's a Juno ultimate. It's did she just let me see where it
I think
is.
she used that to counter me, didn't she? Or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So
right
they
there.
counter. Yeah, they counter you. Yeah, because they see you pushing, and there's a soldier ultimate, which is gonna be there as well. Okay, so there's a lot of pressure on you. What happens when they use two ultimates and just in general they apply a lot of pressure? You typically want to try to give up some space as well, but we'll talk about that more. It's understanding tempo, but anyway, the point is, if you would turn around maybe at a certain time, like in here with the first fight I showed, then maybe it would be easy for you to make a decision to not commit to towards that soldier, but rather maybe play. Yeah, where should you play actually? What corner you should hold a little bit more? What's your
Back
suggestion?
left.
Yeah, maybe back left one is better in this case. I'm thinking, yeah, it's maybe fine to let these guys to just walk side more, and then you start pushing them. But now because you're too far, you kind of cut off from the rest of your team. They cannot follow up on you. It's good that you're applying pressure on the backline, but it's kind of similar to what happened on Eichenwald. Yeah, it's kind of early. Yeah, so you want to make that decision to be in the far back. Yeah, you want to turn around. What is a good time for you to turn around and scout for your team? Yeah, when you can do that exactly. Just let's
Uh,
just go back and maybe when the fight starts. Yeah. Is there any at any point of time a good time to do that constantly?
Usually after I see major cooldowns, right? Like
Mm,
nano or
mm,
after
mm,
nano.
mm.
Maybe
Yeah, yeah. I would put it this way. Okay, maybe yeah. I think it's a good trigger point. You just want to try to see whenever something big happens. Yeah, usually maybe some cooldowns being used. There's a good time to turn around. Maybe you can also use this time when you're behind some sort of cover. Yeah, you have this downtime. You can also look around. For example, at this point, yeah, you don't have Nemesis. You don't have your shield. Well, you just use that. Yeah, so basically you can say, okay, there's a downtime because I use some of the resources. Let me just check, just in case, what my team is doing. Okay, and if you check for half a second, yeah, maybe you don't have to sometimes turn around, but you also can hear the some of the shots, yeah, just what your team is doing with their CDs. Like maybe you can hear the Bob shooting, you can see them shooting. You can also do the same about your Ana or Widowmaker. It's harder but possible. But I would start with simply look around for half a second, just turn around and check. And if you check, then you would not maybe use your E here. Maybe you would just kind of let's go here. You would be like, oh, okay, let me just give up some space and then place your E slightly towards that choke, and later you can use your ultimate as well, but you bait them even more. And you just bait them walk in towards your area a little bit more. I'll show you one more example. It was in the second map, the first fight, right when it breaks in. Okay, so watch this. Okay, see your team likes to fight what area at the moment? Where is your kill zone?
Uh, Point or back left, like that
Mm.
railway
Yeah, exactly.
walkway.
Yeah. So say again, what your position should be.
Probably further down the stairs, right behind me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maintaining a little bit of distance and just making sure we bait an enemy towards your position. You know, Ramatra, because you brawl oriented tank, sure. Your main direction is brawl. But you also have some poke potential. Usually how the flow of the fight goes is that you use some of your poke potential at the start of the fight. It's kind of 20-30% of your value. That's how I would put it, maybe. And then the rest, like 70% of your time, you're gonna be brawling. Most of the value comes out of Nemesis. Okay. This is where here you use some time, just poke the Zarya, you course her bubbles, make sure she's really uncomfortable, and then but she will have to walk. Here's the thing, yeah, she will have to fight for the space, so yeah, it's fine. But the thing is, they're stronger at brawling compared to you. Yeah, they're really brawl oriented, like hard brawl oriented. It's kind of similar to Ryan. The thing about the Zarya though, they have some sort of range with their beam, and they also can bubble from range. They can help their team from range with the bubbles, so it's different, but still brawl oriented. That's why you have an advantage just slightly poking them. And see, you the just the way we poke, yeah, you face to face. That's why a lot of times you're kind of getting beamed really hard. And that's what happened
Yeah.
when you try to break to the choke as well. Yeah, you just want to take some time. It's a little bit harder with this. I'm thinking what it could have done. Yeah, this is really tough. But yeah, what's your thoughts? Okay, first of all, you don't have your nemesis, so here's one thing. Yeah, you gotta be careful when breaking into the choke. But what's your thoughts? Yeah, hard to approach. Yeah, your kill zone is sort of here. It seems. Yeah, well, you don't have the Mei, by the way, so it's another thing. Yeah, turning around could help there for sure. But see, let's say you have your Mei. Okay, Mei's here. How you would approach breaking into the choke? What you could be doing?
You wall off left side, leaving Reaper alone, or vice
Hmm.
versa.
Yeah. So see, okay, there's a lot. So you're saying pressure around the May wall, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know exactly. Yeah? You don't know exactly how they use that. Maybe they will love the Reaper. Maybe they just use it to block you off. But well, okay. The thing is, yeah, you're right. You want to play around major cooldowns, but this is specifics, yeah, because we watch where the kill zone is. It becomes easier for us to also understand specifically. You can ask this question of what cooldowns I'm playing around. Yeah, I'm playing around what? Maybe it's Juno speed ring. Okay, maybe it's Maywall. You can start initiating, but make sure those cooldowns are there to help you out. Yeah, those important cooldowns, whatever pressure you want to provide. Yeah, make sure it's there. Make sure you contribute.
Okay.
From yeah, exactly. This is gonna be really important. Okay, yeah, I think mostly that's it. We can summarize first of all, and later. Yeah, okay. Let's start with summarize. What we got out of today so far? You tell me.
Utilize E better, placing it behind them
Mm-hmm.
and more expectantly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Baiting cooldowns or luring them into kill zones and or areas
Mm-hmm.
of fray.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 So you, how do you, how do I put it? How do you bait an enemy in the kill zone exactly? Well, just thinking your position. Yeah. Do you want to? How do we put it? Yeah, how do you make them make a commitment exactly? Yeah, what you should be looking to do.
Lose HP.
Yeah, there's a lot about your HP trade initially, and I'm thinking your armor is gonna be especially important. But watch out, your most HP gotta be for exactly when the fight breaks in at a kill zone. Okay, it's fine for you to just make sure they shoot you a little bit. Yeah, kind of make the commitment. Yeah, they start losing HP, but most of your HP will be traded in the kill zone. So I'm gonna write this down as well. You need to trade your HP. Yeah, most of your HP. Most of your HP in the kill zone. It's gonna be fine. Mm-hmm. You can also use your cooldowns early. Keep that in mind too. It's gonna be like an exception. Yeah, you can use your E early. You can use your shield early as well, but it's just before the fight. This poke phase, kinda. You can sow it early, but make sure you get it back when the actual fight breaks in. It's gonna be it's gonna be the most important. Making sure you have those cooldowns for the exact fight. For now, I would just purely focus on the kill zone. How you apply your pressure towards this. Later, you can look into sneaking in more value between the fights. That's what I would do. Yeah, not entirely focusing on the times between the fights yet. Yeah, that's how I would practice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's mostly that. Yeah, and that's why. Yeah, actually about your early pressure phase, specifically for UE. Yeah, you can just make the enemy stuck in the spawn room sometimes early. Yeah, do early damage, and there are also gonna be times when you can use it by yourself. You will find maybe there are times when you get an easy kill, just one on one with something, but most of the time trying to contribute to the kill zone. Okay. Do you have any questions maybe so far? Yeah,
Yeah,
anything about what I mentioned?
specifically fights like this, because I've gone through my history on Overwatch, and I can screen share it if you need me to. But like
Mm-hmm.
a majority of my wins and losses, especially right now, are landslides on either way. Like it's usually like a 3-0 match or an 0-3 or 0-2,
Mm-hmm.
2-0. Like rarely there's a circumstance where they're like, 2-1, 2-3, yada
Mm-hmm.
yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Um in terms of this map specifically that we just played, uh
Yeah.
the kind of, especially the choke we're looking at directly right here, figuring out how to, you know, I guess as a tank, it's my job to kind of guide my team and or
Mm-hmm.
initiate
Mm-hmm.
whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically like this, when we're getting rolled and I'm not really synergizing all that well with who I'm playing with, or maybe we're just not on the same level. How do you recommend going about like literally what we're staring at specifically, breaking through something like this?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing: you can always polish what we talked about, yeah, about the kill zone. I think it's just notice any patterns you notice, what you could be contributing to better. Like, isn't here? You haven't noticed already. There's no May even, right? So we're gonna be redefining this time and downtime and turnaround. Okay, let's actually also want to make sure we write this down as well. Yeah, you need to with your timing, okay, you're gonna turn around and check, for your team when there's downtime, okay? And you might notice a lot of specifics. Yeah, maybe you're not contributing, you're not synchronizing with certain ultimate, or maybe there is just certain ability. I usually recommend looking to abilities. Yeah, make sure, because your ideal ultimately to make sure you synchronize with all of these abilities together. Yeah, it's not ideal, but once you know those are there, you should be breaking through. Yeah, and you should have your own resources. But now basically see you don't have Nemesis. You start using your E, so you missing what? You was missing one cooldown, and you was missing Mei. Yeah, and that means you're not synchronizing like good enough. And that's what I would lean into more. Yeah, make sure you synchronize better. You can also look into whenever something is not working, yeah, whenever you're approaching it from one side of the map, like let's say there's a choke, yeah, if there's ever struggle versus the choke, you want to try to find an extra angle of attack. A lot of times it helps as well. That's why I was saying, well, try out this left side, but the timing, what was missing, you'll notice later. I think you're gonna make it through to the left side, and you just want to synchronize with the rest of your team and your resources, especially. I think it was before. Yeah,
I
it
think
was
it's just
just
right before.
yeah, yeah, like right now. You're gonna walk through the left side. Baptiste tries to follow you there. It's okay. They can take an extra angle with you, but the rest of your core. And a maze and a spawn, literally. But you'd start taking the fight. You just need to check. Okay, guys, are we ready? Okay, yes, let's walk. Maybe they're not gonna take advantage like perfectly out of what you're doing, but this is what matters, I think. Most of the time you are. Yeah, watch out for synchronization. There's as a second fundamental rule with the rest of your core. Okay,
Okay, okay.
okay, okay. Right. Yeah. Do you have any more questions?
No, pretty straightforward. I like to work on my my shielding placement properly because I feel like I kind of
Mhm.
wasted a lot. But next week, next week.
Yeah, sure. We can discuss it more. For now, follow those same rules we talked about. Should help you out a lot with your shield and E. I'm gonna write down. Yeah, let's just write down. Would like to work on corners later, and also yeah, shield management. Let's take that too. Also made some notes before in consultation about mentality. Yeah, like maybe we can talk about that a little bit